Good morning, welcome to JJ's Homemaker and Lifestyle. Well, just had myself a coffee. Ade made me a coffee and now I am just having some cereal. In fact, the granola I made, I'm having some of that and it is absolutely lovely, and I've got it mixed with a little bit of Alpen and it's really nice. Now today, we've got a really busy day. I've got a list here which I'll go through with you. And these are things I've got to do. Not all necessarily today, but before Christmas. For sure. First of all, today, I've got to sort my freezers out. Well, I've not just finished my cereal that quickly, but my sister rung, so I've just been chatting to my sister. So where were we? Right then, I was going through my list with you. Now then. So I've got to sort the freezers out to make room for things that I need to be doing now to put in the freezer. Sausages, I bought some of the sausages, the premium sausages, those really nice sausages that I do for my guests, but you buy them fresh. So what I've got to do is lay them flat on a tray, freeze them, and then they'll go into a bag, and then you can just take them out individually. Otherwise, if I just put them in the freezer as they are, they'll just stick together, and then when you want one, you can't just get one out. So I need to sort that out and freeze those. I've got the pigs in blankets to make for Christmas Day dinner. So I'm going to make them in advance and then just pop them in the freezer. At least they're just something done. Take out the day before they're done, aren't they? Mince pies, got the mince pies to make. Decorate the cake. That'll be a separate vlog, that one. So yeah, I have got to decorate the cake. I've bought the marzipan and the icing. I've made some little gingerbread houses. Whether they go on or not, we'll see. They might not sure about that yet, because part of our wedding cake is going on it, but that won't be brought out until the day before, because that is in the freezer, because it was a sponge cake. Sausage rolls. I've got some sausage rolls to make, and I've just been on the phone to my sister, and she was asking what she could contribute. So she's going to be bringing the cheese board, some fruit for the cheese board, Christmas pudding. She's making a vegetarian Wellington, because there'll be 3 or 4 vegetarians. And I haven't got anything for that. And she just make a lovely Wellington. So that's what she's going to do. And she's going to make some and bring some biscotti. So that is that. So once this is sorted, we were more or less done. My mum's getting the gammon and some other bits, but mum is also hosting Boxing Day, so we'll be there to help her do that as well. So that will be nice. What else is there to do? That is it, I think, really, for now. Nearer the time, I'm going to be making a trifle for Christmas Day evening. And then I'm also going to make a white chocolate cheesecake. Maybe that will be for Christmas Eve. And then hopefully there'll be some left for those who don't want Christmas pudding on Christmas Day, because not everybody likes Christmas pudding. But there will be mince pies as well and other little bits and bobs. So I'm quite sure there'll be enough and plenty for everybody. I'm not going to go overboard this year. Normally we go way overboard. You end up spending an absolute fortune, and I don't want to be doing that. So yeah, we've reined ourselves in a little bit this year, and everybody's doing a little bit towards it. So that's brilliant. Today I'm also going to be making a beef casserole, beef stew, whatever you call it, for Ade and Ryan tonight. I can't eat it. I just do not like it. Don't even like the smell of it. So I won't be having any, but I will be making it for them. So I will do that with you as well today. In fact, we'll go and do that now, because it needs to get in the slow cooker. Or do I empty the freezers first? We might just go through the freezers first, then I will do that. But as long as I've done it by 12, it's absolutely fine, because it'll have 6 hours, and that's enough in the slow cooker. So I think we will go and have a look in the freezers now and see what we can take out and sort out. So I'm just going to go through now outside, and then we can go in the shed, because that's where the freezer is. Just have to always be careful and look out for spiders, because I really don't like spiders. There we go. So this is our shed where we keep all our Christmas decorations. Got some Christmas stuff here ready for Christmas. And this is the big fridge freezer that we can't fit in the house. So we have it here. There's actually nothing in the fridge at the moment. Bit of a waste of being on, but it has to be on because it's part of the freezer. And then the freezer, which is quite full. So I need to really be quite ruthless. There's quite a bit in here that we could get rid of or take into the other room. Actually, there's some fish there. We can have that one night this week. Some chicken here that looks freezer burned. I'm going to put stuff in the bag and then I shall go through it in the house. There's a cake there. This, I believe, is all chicken. And it's actually wedged in. Holy moly. There's bread here. That bread and cake. That's the cake one there. That can stay there. Breadcrumbs. Don't need those. There's some bread there. That is gluten-free bread there. Gluten-free bread I've got there. So that I'm going to keep that in there like that. And then here, that's just breadcrumbs. And I want to try and use what I can. I bought that yesterday for Christmas Eve. It's just a big catering vegetable quiche. And I thought we'd have that on Christmas Eve because there'll be quite a few of us. I don't really want to be making one of them as well if I can help it. So, what's in here? Cake. So that is empty carrot cake. So all the cakes are in there. So I've got a whole shelf now where I can put things, which is perfect. I think that'll close. Yeah, it will. Yeah, that's it then. I've got a shelf. Perfect. Perfect. All done. So I'm going to take these back in here and we'll try and fit these in the other freezer and use them. Right then, so I'm in the kitchen now, so let's sort all this out, see what's what. So there's some gluten-free tortillas there. I won't need those. Breadcrumbs, I won't need those because I don't know if they're gluten-free or not. So we'll throw them away because they were in with the gluten-free stuff. This is some chicken. I'll put it in the freezer anyway for now, and there's some mince there. I'm going to throw that away because that doesn't look very good, so I am going to throw that away. But the chicken, I'll throw that one away, I think. And I'll keep these. These look all right. This can go in here. So that is all done. So my freezer, I've got a completely free shelf now, so I can do what I wanted to do and pop in the freezer. This is just, well, rubbish, so this can go in the bin, but I'm going to take it outside because there's a bit of meat in there. So now I'm going to do the stew, so let's get that ready. Now I need the meat board. This wooden board is just, I only use this for raw meat. So just wanted you all to know that. I don't make sandwiches or put cooked meat on it. It is just for raw meat. And what I've done, I bought, because stewing beef is quite expensive. Any sort of beef is really expensive. And at Sainsbury's, they've got a special offer on at the moment if you've got a Nectar card, which I have. And a big joint of meat was is really like drastically reduced. So I thought, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a big joint of meat, chopped it into 3, froze 2 parts of it, kept 1 part out, and it works out an awful lot cheaper than buying stewing steak for the casserole. And I can assure you it'll be a lot nicer as well. It'll be a lot more leaner and nicer meat. So that's what I'm going to do. So I need to chop that up. So let me just take this off and get my gloves on, because I don't like touching raw meat. I always wear disposable gloves when I'm touching meat. So I've got the slow cooker here. I'm going to plug it in, take the pot out, and then I can put everything in the pot here. And then I can plug this in so it starts warming up. So that's the bit of meat that I've got. It's quite a big piece, really. There's only 2 of them. Like I say, I don't eat it. I don't eat beef anyway. I'm going to do the vegetables first because of the, and I can do them on this because they're going straight in here. And then when this is nearly done, because I've got no green, I shall put some peas in. I don't really want to be going out. I went shopping yesterday and I should have got some vegetables and I just totally forgot. I was thinking of Christmas and totally didn't think of getting veg. So we've got red onion, carrots, mushrooms, and then towards the end I'll pop some peas in as well. So Kyle came round for dinner last night, so we had chicken and rice, and there is some rice left. I'm going to have that for dinner tonight, and I'm happy just having it on its own, to be fair. So that's what I'm going to do. And I shall cook them in quite large chunks as well. Just chop these off. I am going to go in a minute because Ade finishes work. He's on his break shortly. I want us to have a coffee together before he goes back to work. So as soon as he's finished, I will be having a little break to have a coffee together. I think that's just enough. That's it, look. And now it's just the meat. So let me just wash my hands, put these potatoes away. So that's all done. That's all cut up, ready. There's a bit of meat left there. Well, not meat, it's got fat and a bit of sinew on it, which I believe is like muscle. So that is that. And I'm going to do a tomato-based sauce with it. So I'm going to put some passata in it. And what I normally do is do it with gravy. But I thought rather than do it with gravy today, we'll have a change. Or they will have a change. I'm not eating it, but I thought they'd like a change. So passata, some tinned tomatoes, and I thought I'd make it a little bit spicy. They both like spicy, so hot chili powder, and I thought I'd put a little bit of smoked paprika in to make it a little bit smoky as well. So hopefully this made up casserole will be really nice. I'll have to tell you the verdict later. Right, let's get some tomatoes. Ade has finished. He's just making himself some toast. And then I'm going to make us a cup of coffee and we're going to sit down and have a coffee. But first of all, I want to get this on because it needs to be cooking. So we'll do this first.
Hello.
Right. Let's have a look. That's quite nice, actually. For a change. Would you want some bread or anything with it?
Yeah.
So when I've got tomatoes, I don't buy the chopped tomatoes, I just buy normal tomatoes, and then I just, before I put them in, I just chop them up with some scissors. There we go. There. can go in. Put some chilli in. There we go, plenty of chilli. I hope this is going to be all right. Some paprika, and give it a stir and hope for the best. It should be nice. Got mushrooms in this one, so it should go. And there isn't much juice in there. I think it wants a bit more. What I'm going to do is rinse this out. I'll just put a little bit of water in it. Swirled it around there. That's it. That's fine. And that's it. So the water isn't covering it, but I'm hoping there's enough in it to cook it, and it won't go too runny then. What do you think?
Looks lovely.
Do you think it needs to be covered with liquid, or do you think it'll cook like that?
Might be covered a bit more.
Do you? Or shall we give it an hour and see? Right. Because I can always add another tin of tomatoes. Right. All done. There you go. That's it. It looks lovely. And actually smells really nice. So that's it there. Look, it does look really nice. I think there is enough liquid in there. And I think once it starts cooking, it'll be fine. So that's it. It's on high. So now it's just a matter of leaving it. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the red cabbage that I want to go in the freezer. And I'm also going to do the pigs in blankets. So I'm going to stop the vlog here for now. I'm going to make myself an Adele coffee, and then I will be back with you to do that. The Christmas cake and the mince pies, that will be in a separate vlog. I don't think I'll have time to do it all today. So for now, we'll just do that, and then yeah, I'll be back with you in a minute anyway. Right, coffee break over. I'm back. So this is my trusty cookery book with all my recipes from family and friends. And one of them in here that I want to do is Kyle's amazing red cabbage, which is my son, and he makes the most beautiful red cabbage, which I want to do for Christmas, but I'm going to do it now, and then I'm going to pop it in the freezer and take it out before, and it will be absolutely lovely, and it'll be fine frozen. So what we need is, this recipe is for half a red cabbage, but there's going to be 12 of us, so I'm going to do a full cabbage. Quite a large one, but got red cabbage there. And 2 Braeburn apples. So I've got 2 eating apples and my cabbage. I need a red onion, so 2 red onions. But I'm going to use 3 because they're only small. So 3 red onions, sugar and balsamic vinegar. Got that balsamic vinegar there. And a little bit of butter and sugar. Right, butter, sugar. So what we do, you put the cabbage, apple, onions and sugar in a saucepan and soften. So everything just wants chopping up and putting in this saucepan, and then we can just put it on the hob and soften. I'm not quite sure how long it will take. I'll keep my eye on it. And then when it's softened, you pour the balsamic vinegar in, and then you reduce it, and then you can add more if needed. Turn on low heat, cover for 1 hour, stirring occasionally. So let's get cracking and make this cabbage. I love red cabbage, especially done like this. It really is lovely. So what are your plans for Christmas? I'd be really interested to know. Please put in the comments below. Are you spending it having a quiet Christmas alone, or are you going to spend it with family? Are you hosting it? We're hosting it this year, but everybody mucks in, everybody does it. In fact, Kyle, my oldest, loves cooking, and he's going to help with dinner, along with, I think, my nephew, Daniel. He likes cooking as well, so I'm quite sure the two of them will be a really big help. So how am I going to, I'll just chop it like this. I'm just going to do it quite thinly. You'd think cooking it for like an hour, it'd be really soft and horrible, really. There's nothing worse, is there, than overcooked soft vegetables, but this is absolutely lovely. It really is. It's a lovely addition to a Christmas dinner, or any special dinner for that matter. We went out for Sunday lunch with some friends this Sunday just gone, and we had an amazing dinner. It really was good, and they had red cabbage there. It was nice because we don't get the chance to do a lot on Sundays, so it was really nice being able to catch up with some friends. Ade normally only has Sundays off, so normally on that Sunday we do things with family normally, so it was a change to meet up with some friends this week, or last week. We've actually got guests in over New Year. We've got some regulars. They've called up today and they booked for 3 nights, so that's really nice, and it'd be lovely to see them. Very fond of them, actually. They've been coming quite a few years now, and they are actually looking to move down here, but he hasn't been well, so I'm really pleased that he's on the mend now and well enough to come away, so it'd be lovely to see them. Right, let's put this in here. That is a lot of cabbage, actually, but I'm quite sure when it's cooked down there'll be a lot less anyway by the time it's all cooked down. So anyway, it was a big cabbage. Right, let's put the apple. Let's do the apple. I might put a cooking apple in as well, actually. Not sure how much sugar. Not sure. So I'm just going, there is a lot here, remember. So I'd say there's about 2 ounces of sugar there. So that's what I've put in. And that's it there. So I'm just going to put this on the stove. I'm going to put it on high for 2 minutes just to get the pan warm, and then I shall turn it down, give it a good stir and turn it down. I can always add more sugar. When it's done, I will add more sugar. Well, I shall taste it and see if it needs any more sugar. But I just can't even stir it, really. It should have been in a bigger pan. I think what I might do, so to prevent it from burning or anything, I might just put a bit of water in from the kettle. I'm only going to put a little bit in, but there, just a little bit. So I'm just going to put the lid on and leave that to do its thing. Once it gets up to temperature, I shall turn it down. So the sausages, as I was talking about this morning, what I do for the hotel, what I have for guests that stay at the hotel, that's them, and they are really, really good. They don't always. Well, I've been a couple of times and they've not had them in stock, and I've had to buy all the sausages. But what I've done, I've bought I've bought a couple of packs, and that's why I said I'm going to freeze them and not always keep them in fresh, but freeze them, and they'll be just as nice cooked from frozen, but then at least I've always got them in, because the last thing you want to do is run out, because I did run out once and I was having to serve the other ones. I had to get the other ones, which I don't really like getting anymore. So yeah, I've got a couple of packs of them, so I do need to freeze those, but they're the ones, and they are really, really a lovely sausage. Right, so I've got these. Got those chipolatas, got some streaky bacon, and I'm now going to make my pigs in blankets. Right, so I've lined just a plastic container, and then once I've done them, I can put them in here, put the lid on, and put them in the freezer, and then they're done. But I will be doing all of them. There's only 12, but there is only 12 of us, and 3 or 4 are vegetarian, so there was plenty. You only really want one with accompanied with your turkey, so there's enough. Like I say, I'm not overdoing it, because there'll be so much, and there'll be loads left over as well, so I know there will be plenty. But I am going to get some more little sausages, and oh no, I'm not, because I'm doing sausage rolls for the evening, so no, I won't be doing that. Right, and again, I'm going to put my gloves on. So there'll be 1 piece of bacon per sausage, and that's what a pigs in blanket is. You just wrap the bacon around the sausage. And I love chipolatas. These are lovely. You don't need to put a cocktail stick through them or anything, because they do stay on. So there we go. So that, once that's cooked, is a pig in blanket, and that's what we call them. And then we traditionally have those with our turkey on Christmas Day for our Christmas dinner. So I don't know if there's any of you that have never heard of them, please let me know in the comments if there's anything you have differently. I know some of you have said before what you have for Christmas, and one lady in particular, you know who you are, who lives in Australia. She has, or what did she say she had? Oh, a barbecue and a trifle for afterwards. That's what that lady has, and that sounds lovely as well, because I'm sure it would be very hot. And the last thing you'd want to be doing is slaving over a hot stove in the kitchen in Australia on a very hot day. So yeah, that's what they do. They have a barbecue. So if there's anything different you have, or even if you're in the UK, or you know that you don't necessarily have a cooked Christmas dinner, let me know. Everybody has their own traditions and does do different things at Christmas. Not everybody does the same. Wouldn't do for us all to be the same now, would it? So these look lovely, smelling nice in the kitchen, with the stew on, the casserole, and the cabbage cooking. One there. You can buy them, but normally they're really small. And I do like I say, I like these because they're chipolata sausages. I don't know if they're any different to normal sausages other than the shape. They're long and thin, but I just really like them. And again, normally I do loads of these, and we'll have them the next day with a buffet, like on Boxing Day, but we're not doing Boxing Day. My mum's doing it, and it's no good doing them for in the evening, because everybody will still be stuffed from the dinner. So we're just going to have some few cheese and biscuits and a nice trifle. Maybe a cheesecake. There. Pigs in blanket. So I'm going to cover those up with a bit more baking paper, put the lid on, and pop those in the freezer. There we go. So all ready for the freezer. So that's then done. This can be covered up. Cabbage. I've done the pigs in blankets. Look. You put them in the freezer. So, stir in the cabbage. Do you want to have a look at your stew? Yeah, it does look nice actually. Try a little bit of the juice. Does it need anything else added to it? No? No more chilli or smoked paprika? It's nice as it is. Oh, brilliant. We've just got to wait for that now, so I'll be back with you shortly. Right then, so it's had nearly an hour, so this should be done, and I just hope there was enough balsamic vinegar because I haven't got any more. So I am going to give it a little try, see what it tastes like. Just 1 second because it's hot. I need more sugar. I think it needs a little bit more balsamic vinegar, but I haven't got any. So we'll just put a bit more sugar in. It does need to be a little bit sweeter. Give it a stir and then another try. What I do have though is some blackberry vinegar, and I'm going to put some of that in. I think that will be really nice. It's just the same really. I made this myself. Let's have a... Oh yeah, I think that'll be nice. I'm going to add some of that. Oh, that's... Oh, seems a waste. It's so beautiful, blackberry vinegar. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be lovely. So let's give that a little try, shall we? It's nice, but I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add all of this. It's not a lot anyway. Oh, I just love blackberry vinegar. I like it on Yorkshire puddings. Beautiful. There we go. So that is done. I can put this in a container, let it cool down, and then I can pop that in the freezer later as well. Did you try this, please? Tell me what you think. I sort of feel there's something missing, but...
No.
Is it nice?
Yeah, lovely.
There's nothing missing?
No. Nice and sweet. Not too sweet, not too sour.
Enough salt, enough everything in it?
Everything's there, Joanne. Have you stirred it?
Yeah, I just feel like there's something missing. But there wasn't enough balsamic vinegar, so I've put all my blackberry vinegar in it as well, which I think's made it a bit fruity.
So it's not tart enough, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be sweet.
Yeah, it's just sweet.
Good. And it's nice. Done. Add a seal of approval. Right then. Oh, thank you. So that's it. I can put it in the container now, so I don't need to do anything else to it now, really. All done. Can't lift it up. I don't want to spill it. Ooh. What I meant doing actually is counting the servings. So that's 1 serving, 2 serving, 3, 11. That's plenty, I think. So the rest can go in another container. I don't want to overdo it because if I'm going to freeze it and I take it out, I won't be able to refreeze it. And there's far too much there just for Christmas Day because there's going to be so much more. So many other vegetables. I'll be doing this. There'll be red cabbage, carrots, roast parsnips, roast potatoes, mashed potato, mashed carrot and swede, and Brussels. So there will be 7 vegetables. So we won't want much. You're not going to want a big plate of that, are you? It'll just have a little bit along with all the other veg. So I don't want to do too much. So that's enough, and the rest can go in another little container. Probably have that for New Year. It is clean. It's discoloured because it's what I warmed the tomatoes up in. So it's that's the only reason. So if I pack this with this, it'll be fine. Here we go. So that'll do for New Year or any other time, and then there's enough here for Christmas for everybody because there's going to be so much more of everything else. There we go. So that is the red cabbage done. So I've done the chipolatas, we've done that, done the cabbage, got the stew on. That's looking really good. So I'm just going to leave that there because I can't put that in the freezer until it's cooled down. I'm just going to pop these into the dishwasher and then we'll see what we can do next. Now we can give this another stir. There we go. I'm going to put that on high because it's not really cooking very well. There. Or the casserole or stew or whatever you would like to call it is done, and it looks delicious, even though I won't be having any. I don't like stew, but it's a little bit more appealing to me than if it was done with gravy because it's tomato based, but it looks lovely. There you go. So what I'm going to do is just throw a few peas in, I think. Pop some of that in. In fact, I put them all in. Not many left. Give it a little stir. If anything, it's a little bit too thick, but there you go. So that is all done. So I think they're going to really enjoy that. Thank you so much for joining me on this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. Bit of all sorts really. I know it was all cooking, but we've got quite a bit done today. So I'm really pleased with what I've got done. And that really is it. So like I say, really hope you've enjoyed this one. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We'll be making the mince pies in the next one. Possibly the sausage rolls, but definitely the mince pies. And then the one after that, which might be at Christmas. If it's not in the next one, it will be. We'll be decorating the Christmas cake. So I hope you're all having a lovely time, looking forward and build up to Christmas, and all the ones with the little ones. I bet they're so excited. I know Brogan and Aubrey is. We had them on Saturday evening. We had them, so and they stayed over, and they're so excited. And I bought them a special little book to read. It was Paddington's Christmas. Oh, it was lovely. We were sat reading the stories to them. So yeah, we had a lovely evening with them, and they are really excited. So I will see you all again next week. Thanks again for joining me, and see you soon. Bye bye.